What's up guys, Eric with Verus Engineering, and we are going to be installing some carbon polyweave side splitters on our M4 today. We've made this install pretty darn easy in our opinion, where we basically just remove some of these plastic rivets from the factory car. We're going to install some of these fold over nuts in place of those, and then bolt on our carbon polyweave side splitters. So overall, pretty simple install. All right, so you're gonna get a hardware kit that includes 18 of these fold over M6 nuts, 18 of these stainless washers, and 18 of these M6 by 20 millimeter long button head cap screws. We then of course include the 2 carbon polyweave side splitters. They can be installed on either side, so you can either have the Verus Engineering showing, or you can flip it over for that incognito look. So choose wisely. Tools required, we need a drill, 1/4-inch drill, and then a 4 millimeter Allen wrench. You may use a small hammer to hopefully tap those push-on nuts easier on. I used that a little bit. But that's all you need for the install, other than a jack and jack stands as well to jack up the car. All right, so we have now lifted up the car. In my personal opinion, I would actually jack up the car and use jack stands, but to get better video, we have it on a lift. We're also doing a front splitter install, so I had a reason to put it on a lift. But a jack and jacking up one side of the car and then doing all of this is much faster and simpler. So we're going to notice all of these rivets in the chassis, at least that's what I'm calling them, plastic rivets. We're gonna drill those out. And I'm using a 1/4-inch drill on a drill bit. We're gonna go try to go as center as we can. And we're just gonna pop that. We're gonna pop that out. All right, so we have the pushover nuts. These are gonna go on like this. And if you actually look right here, it's actually really nice, and it kind of goes into this little recess, and it actually then keeps the black piece, which is kind of like the factory side skirt, to the chassis or whatever's underneath it. But we're just gonna clip them on. Oy, that's gross. So we're grabbing a button head cap screw and a washer, and then we're gonna install all of these. The clip-on nuts can move a little bit, so if the bolt holes don't line up, you can move around that clip-on nut a little bit and get the bolt hole to line up. So right now we're just making sure all the holes line up, and then we will snug down these bolts to roughly 6 foot-pounds. The clip-on nut kind of features it does feature a thread deforming feature, so it will stay on pretty well once it's on there. So this one's having a little bit of trouble. So I'm gonna put my Allen wrench up in there and kind of move it around a little bit. Be careful not to mar the threads too much, but now it lines up and it'll go in. So we're just gonna keep doing that for all of these. All right guys, that concludes the M4 side splitter install. Until next time, I'm out.